Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Sorry, I'm laughing at her face. So I found this reel. It just popped up on my feed, and I thought that it was pretty wild. It took me a while to figure her out because, as you guys know, I use The Last of Us zombies as a metaphor for E fall by the letter D and how they fight and how they encourage people to be obese, basically, throughout society. And I was so confused about her. So it took me a while to research her, but she is a runner. She is level 1. So I was like, okay, because I'm like, she's not giving TR, but she's acting like it. But it's like she was kind of acting like a stalker, but then she's acting like a clicker. But then she was like, not, it was like, I could tell it was not genuine enough. Like it was kind of like it wasn't all there. So my thought, which I'll show you the evidence later after this first one, my thought is that she is subclinical. So I think she is the runner. She's the do-gooder type. She's the, I gotta defend the fats. I gotta defend the zombie horde. I gotta stand up for them. So I think that that's what this was. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this because it's just the most dramatic one. I feel like I should show you it in chronological order though. You guys are going to be mad at me if I don't. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go ahead and just listen to this.
That's like my top 5 horror movies, and then it lists a bunch of things. One just came across my feed where it was like number 3, calories. And I was like, surely this is satire. And I clicked the comments, and all of the comments were like, oh my god, number 3, like scariest thing I've ever seen, like avoid them like the plague. And I was like, my FYP has betrayeth me. As we head into Met Gala weekend, where we will see women who were already very petite just be, wasting away on the red carpet, I just want to remind you that I'm sorry, this is the most progressive thing about me, but fascism thrives on women being small and literally not taking up space. So just know, as you may be tempted to go on a diet, not have dessert, work out to lose weight, whatever, go on a GLP-1, for example, a weight loss drug, which are just thrown in our face at an insane rate at this point. Like the way that so many weight loss drugs have reached out to me and asked if I would want to go on it and promote them. I'm like, fuck no. Do you know, clearly you haven't done your research, but neither here nor there. As you are tempted to do that, when you choose not to, know that you are actively fighting fascism and sticking it to the man. So, the trend that's
okay. So I think that that's a bit dramatic. It's just giving drama. It's giving, I'm stressed about the Met Gala. She's a celebrity makeup artist, so I think that she's kind of just having a moment. But it's also it does betray that she's a zombie. She is a part of the horde, but she's not in TR. So I'm trying to show you guys what that looks like. So in order to paint a full picture, I have to show you I guess how much she weighs. I hate to say that, but I have to. Okay, so this is her just being really cheesy about hitting 10K. But you can see she's not big. She's not skinty, but she's not big. I don't even know if I would consider her mid. She's kind of just what I would consider on the channel average, which is fine. I literally would not, she might be a tiny bit overweight, tiny. It would, but she'd have to be, just from visual view, she'd have to be, the slightest mid-size. Definitely lower mids. So it's we're talking downsizing by I would pressure her to downsize by maybe 5 to 10 pounds tops, probably 5, literally. So she's not that big like that. But you can see it's not necessarily giving TR. I don't think that if she was like, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? You guys can let me know what you think. I mean, maybe I can't judge as well, at least in this moment, but I would consider her to be average. So she's probably like upper average, lower mids, basically. Like, not really a problem. So if she's being suggested to take a GLP-1, that would be like very jarring to her. I also will just offer some empathy and be like, she's in this industry where she's seeing all these super, you know, I don't even want to say it because I feel like YouTube gets mad about the S word. Super SKINNY celebrities and stuff, which she could feel some kind of way due to the comparison, but also she might be feeling some pressure that's not necessarily warranted. I'll put it to you that way. Like, I don't even think, for me, I don't even think I would say something to her, honestly. Like, I feel like she's really close to vanity, or she's like basically there. So I don't know her exact like measurements, but she's not somebody that I'd be like, you have a huge problem. Put it to you that way, right? Okay, let's go back to the other one. So I think that that's partially why she's saying this message. Like, I think that there's a lot there. And then you can see here, I'll read you the caption so you can kind of get a bit more of what I'm talking about. She might have been subclinical. So she writes here, this may surprise you, but if you fall into the camp of fearing cows, no one's mad at you, especially not me. In fact, I totally get it. I understand it because I have lived it. We as women have been trained to fear them. Trigger warning, during the panini, I measured the amount of olive oil I allowed myself to cook with. So it's not giving. I think I call EFOL by letter D TR, or toxic ritualistic. I have to say that in every video. This isn't giving TR. This is giving like barely anything of an issue. Like, I'm just going to say, like, I would consider it subclinical. That's the term. So it's like maybe she has some insecurity about being a little thicker, but I would not stamp her with the TR. I'm like, this isn't giving. Sorry, girl. It's like, no. I was determined to make myself smaller thanks to the FA predatory app that disguises itself as psychology-based tool, but it is really just a glorified TR app built by men to teach women how to live on random numbers in the sky, 1200 cals a day. I don't have the body type that appears bony, so instead of concern, I got compliments. But I was miserable, grasping for self-worth at a time when I hated my job and felt lost and far from my friends who seemed like they had it figured out. So please believe me when I say I'm not mad at you. I get it. So what I will say is you don't completely get it. You partially, barely get it. Okay, you had a subclinical issue at a stressful time, which I'm so happy that it didn't become something worse, but you're still a zombie. So no, I'm not pleased with this. I have gone through many phases of trying to shrink myself, so I'm not vilifying you, unless, of course, you are glamorizing thinness online. To most of you, I see you and I understand you. We have been trained to think that being small is the ultimate form of beauty, which don't get me started on how that beauty standard is ultimately rooted in PDF. But I digress. It doesn't have to be like that. Take up space. Look at your body, the body you have now, with love and admiration for everything it has done for you to get you where you are. It is a force that should be celebrated, not one that should be withered away. I beg you, as we see women on the red carpet at the Met Gala tonight who are dangerously THIN, please fight the part of your brain that whispers, I want to look like that. And obviously, I beseech you, don't promote it online. Interesting. So would she feel the same way about overweight people? Probably not. The next generation of girls doesn't deserve to think they need to shrink themselves. Be the person your younger self needed to see. Be the person your current self needs to see now. So, the comment was on this video, and I think she deleted it, or he did. I don't know. Something happened, but it's gone. So, yeah, I guess I can respond to this video too. I'm being like kind of lazy tonight. I'm just being casual. Don't worry about it. She's just a runner, you guys. No, I need to take runners seriously. I'm used to dealing with the clickers and the bloaters. Like, I'm used to like some heavy hitters, you know? This is like light. This is light stuff to me. This is light shit to me, you know? So I'm like, I'm like, someone can handle her. Someone else can handle her. I'm Ellie. I'm here for like the real ones, you know? No, I need to show you guys what runners look like too. So let's go ahead and respond.
Came across my feed where it was like number 3 calories, and I was like, surely this is satire. And I clicked the comments, and all of the comments were like, oh my god,
So it can be satirical. A lot of people make fun of stuff like that. It's hard to tell, but yeah, a lot of people don't want to be fat. So it is a thing, and that might be enough for her. I don't know if that's what's upsetting her, but there's a lot of people that don't want to be. And there's also a lot of people that joke about it. So I don't know if it's a joke. I don't know if it's something TR. I'd have to see it to know.
number 3, like, scariest thing I've ever seen, like, avoid them like the plague. And I was like, oh, my FYP has betrayeth me. As we head into Met Gala weekend, where we will see women who were already very petite just be, you know, wasting away on the red carpet, I just want to remind you that I'm sorry, this is the most progressive thing about me, but fascism thrives on women being small and literally.
Okay, so I don't think politicizing it helps. I don't think you're going to get through to anybody in the reductive with this line of thought. It's just not going to happen. So I think when I hear this, it's kind of like, it's more like a self-aggrandizement rather than actual helping. So I'm not saying that I'm like a huge expert on the reductive. I'm not, but I definitely experienced the TR to a deep level. So I can understand to a certain extent. You're going to have to talk to somebody that's talking to Anna on an individual basis, which I know that that's work. I have seen some people, very rare, unfortunately, but some people that are in the recovery space of that do a good job. There's a lot that don't, but in my opinion anyway. But there's a lot better ones of the reductive than of bingo, which there's like nothing, which for people who don't know what I'm talking about, bingo, take off the O, put an E. So, you know, there are some good ones there. I'll even occasionally like a recovery video for the reductive because it's kind of like okay. Or like it's good even. Like they're good talking points. This I don't think is a good talking point. I think talking about like having your period, that's a great one. You know, talking about very physical things, physically based things, talking about even empathy or the ability to connect with others. That's something that might get through to somebody. But you have to talk about how recovery would benefit them specifically. And that would be my strategy if I were to think about it. It's like, well, you know, I get it. You're high achieving, but you're not going to achieve as much if you're not healthy physically. So I think you need to think about this a bit more logically because you're not going to get anywhere like this. So I think where I think there can be some overlap with bingo is like focusing on appearance isn't great. Focusing on politics isn't great. It's too impersonal. So I don't, and if you're not helping the person, then to me it's like, I don't understand what you're doing. Unless if it's like self-aggrandizement, which it could be, but I don't think that's what this is. I really don't. I'll show you what I think it is later. It's tough with runners because they have good intentions, but it's just so bad. It's like it doesn't even matter if the intentions are good, but all right.
Not taking up space. So just know, as you may be tempted to go on a diet, not have dessert.
So then she starts to get into reinforcing bingo hard, which again, like when you talk about this and you talk about it in a TR context, you got to be balanced. You have to talk about both. And people don't like to, because people like to act like they're totally disconnected, but they're not. It's like, be aware when you're talking about these things. People, zombies will be watching, people in recovery will be watching, people who have recovered will be watching. It's like, you want to be aware of that. So it's like, people talking to Mia, people talking to Anna, people talking to Bingo, they're all going to be watching. So you have to be aware of that. And you can't say something that's totally enforcing to one of them. You can't do that. So it's like, I get it. There's like, that's like a temptation. It's something that they don't understand. She doesn't understand because she wasn't in it. So she doesn't get that. She's like, oh, I'm really against the reductive side of this. So I'm going to really say that reducing anything at all is terrible. It's basically what she's saying, which is not good. That's bad. So that's a bad message, because you have to understand you're hearing like you're having very, very super obese women listening to this message, and they're going to be hella reinforced.
Work out to lose weight, whatever, go on a GLP-1, for example, a weight loss drug, which are just thrown in our face at an insane rate at this point. Like the way that so many weight loss drugs have reached out to me and asked if I would want to go on it. And
yes, I don't like that. I don't think she's at a level where she'd need to do that. And I think I would advocate against it for her. I think it would be more, it's a little bit too close to vanity, unless if she had some severe health issues. Like if she was extremely insulin resistant or something like that, or she was diabetic, I think it would be kind of inappropriate. So, I mean, I'm glad that she's saying no to that, but it is jarring. So I think that's part of where this is coming from too, and I can understand that it is a bit much.
Promote them. I'm like, fuck.
I have to say this too. People talking to Anna, they really don't like average body types. I don't know what it is that they don't. So I've had a lot, not like tons and tons, but I've had a fair amount of people with that issue trying to reinforce me, or not really reinforce me because I'm not in it, but you know what I mean? Trying to push a certain standard or trying to do that sometimes. However, they are more rare. So it's not like all the time. So I think she's probably exaggerating it a little bit, but it's probably something she's gotten a few times in the past, month or something. And so she's like irritated. So I can understand that too. So all I'm saying is I can kind of put myself in her shoes with certain aspects of this, and she doesn't get it. Even I don't quite get the average hate. I don't, but I've tried to talk to my friend Eric, for any of you guys who know him. He struggled with the reductive. He struggled with talking to Anna when he was younger, and he explained it to me, and I still don't, it's just not clicking to me. But I think it's like, oh, this is what he said. I'm gonna tell you what he said. That's what he told me. He said it's because when you're in that, fat people are invisible to you. He's like, they're not, you don't see them, or like that kind of thing. So he's like, so if you're average, it's like you're getting closer to where they are. So then they notice you, and then they start saying things. I think that's what he said. So I guess that does make sense. But yeah, it's a little alien to me. But it's okay. Like, I get it. Like, I can learn. Like, I'm trying to learn. I need to learn because, they're all connected. So I'm figuring it out. But that's probably something she's getting, is all I'm trying to say. You do have that kind of same, like, people try to get you to join when you're average. So it's something I don't think people expect, because I think a lot of times too, like when I was bigger, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, And then when I got to average, I was like, oh, this is what they're talking about. But it's not that much. Like, again, it's rare. So it doesn't happen that often. Like, when you're dealing with bingo, it's not that rare. I mean, it is rare. It's rarer than the general public, but you deal with it a lot. And I guess for me, it makes sense why I deal with it the most, because that's where I came from. And it's typically what I'm fighting on the channel, so it makes sense. But it's just, I do definitely believe there are way more people in bingo than the other two. I really do. But yeah, so I'm just saying. It does happen. So that's probably what she's talking about there.
Fuck no. Do you know, like, clearly you haven't done your research, but
It especially happens online. But I don't know if it happens as much in person. I don't think it's ever happened to me in person. But it's happened online. So it's probably like some introvert cringe. No shade to introverts. I'm introverted too. But it's probably some introvert cringe, reductive people that are saying shit, to her.
but neither here nor there. As you attempt to do that, when you choose not to, know that you are actively fighting fascism and like sticking it to the man.
Okay, so we're getting back to like being obese is fighting fascism, which is stupid, dumb. I think all she needs to say is like, I don't owe you vanity. I don't owe you vanity weight loss. That's what I told people. I don't owe you that. I don't, it's my standard. It's my relationship. It's my whatever. How I look is of no concern to you. Like, she could say things like that if she wanted to. I think that would be a good take. You have those boundaries, right? I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's it. That kind of thing. So, like, I'm within a healthy range. If she is within a healthy range, she could say that. Like, there's good things to say. You do want to be in a healthy range, period. So that's what I say. But, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying there's different things, there's different ways she could have said this that wouldn't have been reinforcing. And so I hope that those types of messages can be a bit more clear, or like better stated, I guess.
So, the trend.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. So, like I said, I think she deleted the comment. This is where we're getting to the spicy part. She deleted the comment, but she said, or he said, take up space with muscle, not fat from excessive calories. Fascism thrives on the population acting like cattle. Don't be built like, I don't know what he said after that, but I did read it earlier. I don't know if he was saying like, don't be built like them or something like that. I don't know, something to that effect. So that's basically what he said. But yeah, let's go ahead and hear her response.
Oh, Eli, did your daddy bully you for being fat as a kid? Is that why you hate fat people? Because you can't imagine how someone could ever love a fat person, let alone how a fat person could love themselves, because daddy hated you for being fat and therefore you hated yourself too. Well, if you spent half the time that you spend looks maxing, if that's what we can even call whatever the fuck this is, if you spent half that time working on your self-worth, your confidence, your character, I actually think a woman might grow to love you. I mean, I doubt it, but maybe. Sorry to the viewers out there. I'll go ahead and get that horrifying image off the screen. But you know, Eli, the one thing that I can't quite make sense of is that for someone who is so terrified of cows or cattle or whatever you call them, you seem to be on the exact same steroid program as the ones down your street. You know, pumping yourself full of whatever Daddy Tate told you would make you stronger and whatever would make the women like you. Oh, I'm sorry, the females, right? Pumping yourself full of steroids, but you won't take science-backed, evidence-based vaccines. Yeah, that's shocking. Shocking. Totally unsurprising. Next time, Eli, before you come on my page parroting the same tired freethinker bullshit that you've been fed over and over and over again by the woman-hating manosphere influencers that you worship, I would suggest taking Andrew Tate's cock out of your mouth and hitting the squat rack. I can hit 8 reps of your max, and it's embarrassing. Bye.
Aww. Okay, so even as I'm watching that, I'm like, it's pretty performative. Like, it's giving, like, this is how I'm supposed to feel, which is odd. I don't think you should ever, like, emulate somebody in the TR. I think that's odd. Like, she's kind of like, this is what people in bingo act like, right? That's the vibe it's giving. So I don't like that, obviously, because it's just not something you ever want to emulate, because it's not a good thing to have that problem. But you can see she has like a mixture of different styles of zombie, but it's because she's like, it's like she's not really in the TR. So she doesn't feel it that deep. She doesn't. So it comes across as very, very political and very performative. And it's odd. So we're going to just break it down. But I think the reason why it's centered so much on like politics, manosphere, etc., it's because like she doesn't actually have the problem. So she's more, she wants to talk about those other issues. So she seems like somebody that's been kind of like convinced that to be obese is to be like of the right political opinion, you know, or something. Like they got her to believe that. That's what it's giving. It's like, oh my gosh, girl, they got you. They got you to believe it. Which they got you to believe that being fat is political. You are brainwashed. So it's cringe. It's really, really cringe. It's all right.
Eli, did your daddy bully you for being fat as a kid? Is that why you hate fat people? Because you can't imagine how someone could ever love a fat person, let alone how a fat person could love themselves, because daddy hated you for being fat and therefore you hated yourself too.
So I will say, I think she's married, and I think if I saw correctly, which I'm not going to find it because I was like digging deep because I was trying to categorize her. I think her husband is chunkalicious. So I think I don't know how big her husband is, but I'm just going to say that. So I think she might be like sticking up for him. So it could be a little bit of that. So I don't think that she's like a Death Eater or anything like that. I think it's just, which you'll see in her story, where she talks about like, there's people that I love that are like that or whatever. So it's like, I think it's the cringe thing of the runners. It's like a lot of times the heart is in the right place, but good intentions doesn't have a good outcome regardless, you know?
Well, if you spent half the time that you spend looks maxing, if that's what we can even call whatever the fuck this is, if you spent half that time working...
See, that's the thing too. It's like he doesn't look bad, so it doesn't really land, girly. It doesn't land. It seems fake. It's giving fake. So
on your self-worth, your confidence, your character, I actually think a woman might grow to love you.
So I don't know if he's dating or not. I don't know. He's like 24, I think. So he's kind of young. She's like 29. I know way too much context. This like fascinated me. So I hope you guys are at the very least entertained. Because this whole thing like really interested me for some reason. But I think because it's so interesting to me to see somebody not in it fight for it so hard, you know? It's really odd. But yeah, so it's like you don't necessarily know those things. Like you're kind of making up a story basically about him.
I mean, I doubt it, but maybe. Sorry to the viewers out there. I'll go.
Like he might not want a girlfriend. You don't know. Like I just wouldn't go there immediately unless if you had prior context, or like if it's somebody you followed a long time and you like know a lot of stuff about the person, then maybe then you could go for it. But she's still got to have receipts. I don't know why I'm giving her advice on like how to shit talk people online, but there's a method, there's a way, ma'am. There's a way. Like for example, I know that she's an Aries, but she's flopping. This is a flop, Aries. She's flopping.
Go ahead and get that horrifying image off the screen. But you know, Eli, the one thing that I can't quite make sense of is
It wasn't horrifying.
that for someone who is so terrified of cows or cattle or whatever you call them, you seem to be on the exact same steroid program as the ones down your street. You know, pumping yourself full of whatever Daddy Tate told you would make you stronger. And
So you gotta have evidence. I don't know. He says he's in the comments, I think, unless she blocked him. Oh no, he's right here. Okay, he said, laugh my effing ass off. I'm not anti-vax and I don't take steroids. So then he says, also physical form follows character. If you are overweight, it means you are a bad person. So there's a lot of comments on that. We'll have to look at the response to that. But that's him. So he's very, very anti-fat, put to you that way. So
whatever would make the women like you. Oh, I'm sorry, the females, right? Pumping yourself full of steroids, but you won't take science-backed, evidence-based vaccines.
see, that's a projection. You don't know that. You got to have evidence, babe. Like, you have to have something to base that on. I'm just saying. Like, it's too specific, I guess. But I think that I don't even know. I don't know what she's trying to do. I don't know. Maybe she feels like she's sticking up for her husband or something.
Yeah, that's shocking. Shocking. Totally unsurprising. Next time, Eli, before you come on my page parroting the same tired freethinker bullshit that you've been fed over and over and over again by the woman-hating manosphere influencers that you worship, I would suggest taking Andrew Tate's cock out of your mouth and hitting the squat rack. I can hit 8 reps of your max and it's embarrassing. Bye.
Okay, so I think maybe she just has a lot of frustration about like certain political conversations, a lot of frustrations about certain like manosphere takes and all that kind of stuff. Okay, but I don't think what he said was really along those lines. It was kind of just like, it's not good to be obese. And this is his opinion. Like, a lot of people don't think that physical form follows character, but that's what he believes. So it's like, people have a right to that opinion. To me, it's like, I don't know. I don't view it that way necessarily. I think it's just, gosh, I don't even know what I believe about something like that. I think you have to be so specific about what you're saying. Like, if somebody's fat, do I think they're like the worst person ever? No. But do I think it says something? Yeah. It says that there's an issue. Whether it's mental or physical, you know. But there's something going on, which, again, it's like then there's reasons why people aren't taking care of that. So, and then that, if you dig deep enough, then there could be like a character flaw. Like somebody could just be lazy or neglectful or something, you know, that could happen, but you'd have to judge it so much on case by case, or if somebody's traumatized. But it's like that doesn't automatically make somebody a bad person because they're traumatized. You see what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily agree with him either, but I can kind of see what he's saying, and it's still his opinion, and we can't control. You need to be so careful within TR recovery about trying to control people's opinions about bodies, because just make sure that you're able to speak about it logically and coolly, because it's like that's like high level recovery stuff, because that stuff can be kind of triggering. So I don't love it, but again, you have to not try to control. So you see how I respond? I'm trying to show that. So I can say I don't really love what he's saying there, but he's allowed to say it. And that's his opinion. You see? It's tricky. I know, it's tricky. It is. But anyways, let's see what they said in these comments. She said, I hope you have the life you deserve. Have the number to an incredible therapist. I'm truly happy to pass along. Resident bad person. Oh my gosh. Commenting is totally optional, just so you know. See, it's not the most unhinged stuff. Do some self-reflecting, bro. Your comments on other people's bodies are distasteful and definitely do not make you a good person. He says, son, it might be over for all of you. When abs are your whole personality, I guess calling yourself a builder off rented cars feels believable. I don't even know what that means. This is so sad to move through the world like this. Okay, you guys are like, that is just so... I'm sorry, I have to say it. I'm sorry. I have to. I'm toxic millennial. That is so gay. I'm sorry. It's so sad to move through the world like this. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Please. I'm cringing. Like, it's I'm really gay, and that was gay. I'm just going to say that. I have to. I'm sorry. It was just too much. I genuinely hope you never have a daughter. Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous. It wasn't that bad. Also, the concept of you having a pic of you pissing in a bush on your profile is so embarrassing. That's fair. Just leave it at that. Just post that one. That one was fine. The thought of you swiping through all of them is amusing to me. Oh my gosh. It's just a pissing contest. I couldn't look away. You look like you've never taken a complete shit in your life. Most constipated smile and stature I ever laid eyes on. That's just weird. This person it's giving a little bit zombie. So that person might be a zombie, but it's like you're reaching. I'm just saying low inhib. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm learning like Gen Z terms. I am feeling like auntie right now. I am feeling so old. Low IQ too. Stupid and broke, but at least you're self-aware. Just put the fries in the bag, buddy. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're getting political. Imagine being such an insecure jackass. You have to comment on other people's bodies to feel better about your own. Oh wait, you don't have to imagine. You don't have to imagine, you do it already. Go to therapy. Yes, because serial killers, SA offenders, stalkers, murderers, kidnappers. Okay, like, is the bar really that low? I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Gosh, the reaching. There's a lot of runners in here. I feel like we're getting a good, like, runner moment. I love it. Okay. It's because it's... Okay, men's therapy is self-improvement. Only women need SSRI. Okay, now we're just getting into the the political or manosphere talking points. I don't really want to get into all that. So anyways, that was interesting. We got like a runner fight. We got all the runners coming out. I think that one was TR, the one that was like going on about how he was constipated and all that. I think that was a stalker. That was like a level 2 zombie. But the rest are all level 1s. Interesting. So let's watch her story to round it out so I can show you how I knew she was a runner, or like how I came to the conclusion finally. Okay.
Also, if you're wondering why I fiercely went after that loser who commented on the video that I made a video about women making themselves smaller at an alarming rate, and this loser freak commented that there's no shortage of, or there's no epidemic of thin women in the United States, and that like we need to stop looking like cows and just.
That was true. That was part of the comment. He said like there's no shortage of basically like obese women, basically. So he's saying like it's to act like, yeah, basically what she said. I'm sorry, it's late. I'm tired. I can't even talk anymore. Which he's right. He is right. Like, you don't have to like that he's right, but he is, you know?
And I posted a video just reaming him because I hate that shit, and you're not gonna come on my page and talk about people that I know and I love, or about people in my community in a negative way like that. Fuck you. But I do regret letting this person have access to my energy, and I think going forward I'm just going to block those people. But if you are wondering why I felt it necessary to do that, this is why.
Okay. So she just links like a video that compares fat phobia to racism and white supremacy and all that stuff. So I can't do it tonight. I just can't. So we're going to leave it there. But let me know what you guys think about, like, this isn't the first runner I've dealt with, but this is an interesting one for sure. You can definitely see how it's not really TR. Like, even a lot of the response wasn't. There was only like that one person that was talking about constipation. I was like, that was a little much. And that was like too much. The whole like, I hope you never have a daughter. And the one that I said was gay. I think that one was TR. Because it was just like a little too thick. It was like too much. When he like barely said anything. So it's like, no. But other than that, I think it was just a bunch of runners. So it's just a bunch of people that are like jumping in front of a moving vehicle to prevent a fat person from taking accountability. And to me, that's always what I think of when I think of runners. But let me know what you guys think. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye.